If other people were dying.
Yeah, I was smuggling molasses. They used the molasses in the ironworks, so that the malted iron would not stick. Also, the clay would not stick to the malted iron. But it held iron.
Oh, so you had to eat
has
molasses that was tainted
molasses.
with,
Yeah, not
with
too much.
iron.
Not too much, just for the sake of a little iron for the body.
Well, if you ate too much of it, you'd also get blood poisoning, right?
Oh yeah. And not only that, when you discover that you are trying to smuggle something, man, it beat the heck out of you. The heck, to pulp, so to speak. I saw this guy, and he looked well fit. He looked better than we did.
So what
And
happened?
so I asked him what happened. He said, man, he was, usher during the night. He got into a train, and he was assigned to help a Japanese farmer somewhere in the mountains. He had a good time. He said he was feeling well. He was having a fantastic time.
He was very lucky.
He was lucky.
So was the only way that you supplemented your diet with molasses?
Molasses, or with what they call tongarashi. Tongarashi is a dried pepper, that they crush for the vitamin C. And I was smuggling that stuff. And was never caught because I put it somewhere in my baggy pants.
And what? And
I with the Japanese,
any protein sources or?
Well, that's maybe a little fish or something like that. Just a little fish, something like that. But it's always surprise, surprise, surprise. The people that work on the ground in the coal mine, they got more. They got supplemental foods. They got more. That's not what the heck of it. And I can live on half of the ration as long as I stay above. So when I went to this doctor, test my eyes, I pretended I was blind. I couldn't see the big letters. So you stay up there and the rest will go down. And all they got as a special ration, extra ration, you know what they got? They got all the stuff from the Japanese kitchen, that you normally give to the chickens. All the leftovers from the plates, they catch it somewhere there, and that's the stuff that they got, And I was assigned, assigned? I go to the fields, and anything that moves, I put in the gunny sack. And then I go back to the kitchen, empty that gunny sack above the kettle, that's the protein that we got.
So what kind of things are there?
Anything that moves.
Insects?
Insects, anything. That's protein. Whatever. Hey, you can eat
Rats?
crickets, anything. Rats, welcome. You said, got rats?
What's the name of cake?
You see that movie about the Prince of Monte Carlo or whatever it is?
Yeah.
Rats, man, woo, that's prime. That's a prime protein.
So that was for the prisoners' kitchen in the mining camps?
Oh yeah.
So it wasn't in the camp in Nagasaki, it was the camp in
the camp.
The coal mining camp.
Yeah, Ima. It's called Ima.
Ima.
So I thought, man, I belong to the field, but no way under that in the district, because I know that they don't have all these.
So you didn't actually have to do the coal mining. Your job was to help feed the rest of the prisoners.
That's correct. They call it corredo. The corredo. All this. They go on the feet and anything that moves. Anything that moves. I had a strange feeling. What's going on here? Normally you hear, good once in a while somebody mad, God, screaming at them. All of a sudden, it was so quiet, strangely dim, quiet. Look at over the
So you actually saw the cloud
The
that
bomb.
of the bomb over Nagasaki.
Nagasaki. And that cloud didn't disappear. It hang around there. And I said, what's wrong? All these fishing clouds disappeared. They're scared. They thought these mini atomic bombs in a pocket or something. They disappeared. And I was saying, and day was over. No one around. I said, what's going on?
So what do you feel? I mean, what did you feel at the end? You know, I mean, you had endured a lot of suffering at the hands of the Japanese. You'd seen a lot of cruelty, but then you had also been rescued by Japanese Americans.
I have no realized that.
And then you saw great destruction.
I felt some admiration for the Japanese character. You know, some admiration. They didn't have all these feelings of revenge. You know, but this flexibility. Can you imagine? Mostly affected women and children. And yet after the war, not having feeling of resentment. Now I become maybe Aung San Suu Kyi's ally. I've got great respect for these people. There's something in them that is admirable. They cordoned off the area where the airplanes were. We were cordoned off and separated from the rest. Man, those libraries. I hate those libraries, in a sense.
So they
but
took
now I don't have any.
they took Asians and they cordoned them off in a different area.
Yeah, all these POWs, whether Asians or whatever it is.
And so they
Kilos, and this.
so you were a prisoner yet again.
Yeah.
You were a prisoner on the
South
Dutch ship.
Yeah.
You were a prisoner in Makassar.
Yeah,
You were a prisoner
right.
in Nagasaki, and then
I hate
a
segregation.
prisoner in Ima,
Yeah.
in the
How
town
did
of
you get
Ima.
to Australia?
And then you're a prisoner again on the British ship.
And on the British, they lost us, you know what I mean? But however, the good thing of it is, about the first time that I had this donuts. We had American donuts in cans, you know what I mean? After the British got that, man, it tastes like angel food. And it was covered in the donut. Whoa! I never taken donuts, you know. The angel food, the donut, man. But then I found myself cordoned off on a flight that ship, as if we were just, you know, just so contaminated, you know what I mean? And then we went to Okinawa. And in Okinawa, we were transported to an American ship. Man, oh man, my buddies, they were changing the souvenirs with officers' clothing, and pretty soon I couldn't see my buddy in officer clothing. So what's going on with you? Man, I'm an officer now.
Because the Americans would trade you guys clothes.
Yeah, yeah.
They would
souvenirs.
trade you. They would trade your rags that you had from Ima for their own uniforms.
I wish I could have got hold of samurai sword. You know, they were asking, "Do you have a samurai sword and anything that is Japanese?"
Oh, your prisoners, your fellow POWs would trade for any memorabilia from Japan with the American soldiers. So it was a barter system.
I know. It's a mentality. The Americans are different. Right? They're different.